What if we told you that the superheroes you grew up watching, in movies the ones with impossible strength, invisible bodies, and the power to heal from any wound already exist? Not in comic books, not on a movie screen, right here, on this planet, in the oceans, forests, deserts, and skies all around us. Nature has been creating superheroes for millions of years, and most of us walk right past them without ever knowing. Today we count down 10 real animals with real superpowers that science cannot fully explain, abilities so extraordinary they make the most famous comic book heroes look ordinary. Number 1 will make you question everything you know about what is possible on this earth. Let's begin. Number 10. The mantis shrimp. Superpower: the most powerful punch on Earth. This small, colorful creature lives in shallow tropical waters and looks almost harmless. It is anything but. The mantis shrimp throws a punch that accelerates faster than a bullet fired from a gun. The force it generates is 1,000 times its own body weight. It hits with enough power to shatter aquarium glass, and it does, regularly in captivity. But that is not even the most remarkable part. The mantis shrimp has 16 types of color receptors in its eyes. Humans have 3. It sees colors that do not even have names in human language, entire dimensions of color invisible to us. It is simultaneously the hardest puncher and the best sea ear on the planet. A tiny shrimp. A superhero. Number 9. The axolotl. Superpower: complete regeneration. This small amphibian from Mexico possesses an ability that has left scientists speechless for decades. It can regrow anything. Lose a leg, it grows back. Lose a tail, it grows back. Damage the heart, it repairs itself. Damage the brain, it regenerates. Scientists have even removed significant portions of the axolotl's spinal cord and watched it grow back perfectly, fully functional within weeks. No scarring, no infection, no permanent damage. Just complete, perfect regeneration over and over and over again. Medical researchers around the world are studying the axolotl right now, desperately trying to understand how it does this, because if we could apply the same ability to humans, it would change medicine forever. The cure for paralysis. The cure for heart disease. All of it hiding inside a small, smiling amphibian. Number 8. The tardigrade. Superpower: indestructibility. You cannot see a tardigrade without a microscope. It is microscopic, less than 1 millimeter long, and it is the toughest living thing ever discovered on this planet. Tardigrades survive in conditions that kill everything else. They survive the vacuum of outer space. They survive temperatures of -450 degrees Fahrenheit. They survive radiation doses 1,000 times higher than what would kill a human instantly. They survive being completely dried out for decades, then spring back to life the moment water touches them. Scientists have sent tardigrades to space and retrieved them alive. They have been on Earth for over 500 million years. They survived every mass extinction. They will almost certainly outlive humanity itself. The smallest animal on this list is also the most indestructible living thing that has ever existed. Number 7. The electric eel. Superpower: generating electricity. The electric eel is a living battery, and not a small one. A fully grown electric eel can generate electric shocks of up to 860 volts. That is enough to stun a horse. Enough to kill a human in the wrong circumstances. Enough to light up a Christmas tree, which scientists have actually demonstrated in a famous experiment. But what makes the electric eel truly extraordinary is the precision of its power. It does not just blast electricity randomly. It can precisely aim its electric field to control the muscles of nearby fish, essentially remote controlling other animals, forcing them to move so it can locate and catch them. Remote control, built into a fish. Nature invented that technology long before humans ever dreamed of it. Number 6. The mimic octopus. Superpower: perfect disguise and shape-shifting. Most animals that use camouflage simply blend into their background, changing color to match the environment around them. The mimic octopus does something far more extraordinary. It studies the dangerous animals around it and then transforms its entire body to become them. It flattens and ripples its arms to become a flounder. It tucks 6 arms behind it and extends 2 to become a lionfish. It burrows into sand, with only 2 arms showing to become a banded sea snake. It does not just change color, it changes shape, it changes behavior, it changes movement. It performs a complete, convincing imitation of other species, and it chooses which animal to become based on what predator is threatening it. This is not instinct. This is thinking. This is strategy. This is an intelligence that science is only beginning to understand. Number 5. The pistol shrimp. Superpower creating the temperature of the sun. For just 1 fraction of a second, the pistol shrimp snaps its claw so fast that it creates a cavitation bubble, a pocket of collapsing water that generates a temperature of approximately 8,000 degrees Fahrenheit. The surface of the sun is around 10,000 degrees. For a tiny fraction of a second, this small shrimp creates something almost as hot as the sun right there on the ocean floor. The snap also generates a shockwave that stuns or kills prey instantly, and it produces a flash of light, a tiny explosion of energy that happens too fast for the human eye to see. A shrimp. That briefly creates the temperature of the sun. When people say truth is stranger than fiction, the pistol shrimp is why. Number 4. The crow. Superpower human-level intelligence. We tend to think of intelligence as something that belongs to us, to humans, maybe to great apes and dolphins. We do not expect to find it in a bird. But the crow has forced science to completely rethink the boundaries of animal intelligence. Crows use tools. They fashion sticks into hooks to extract food from crevices. They drop nuts onto roads for cars to crack open, then wait for the traffic light to turn red before walking out to collect them safely. They recognize human faces and hold grudges. Scientists who have irritated crows during experiments found themselves being dive-bombed and harassed for years afterward, and the crows taught their young to recognize and target those same faces. Crows plan for the future. They solve multi-step puzzles. They understand cause and effect. And they never forget a face. Never. Number 3. The platypus. Superpower A, sixth sense. The ability to detect electricity. When scientists first described the platypus to European audiences in the 18th century, they thought it was a hoax. A mammal with a duckbill, webbed feet, a beaver tail, that lays eggs, and is venomous. But the platypus's most extraordinary feature is invisible. Its bill contains 40,000 specialized receptors that detect the electrical signals produced by the muscle movements of living creatures. It hunts with its eyes closed, its ears closed, its nose closed, navigating entirely by the electrical field of its prey. It senses life itself, the invisible electrical current that every living thing produces. No eyes needed, no nose, no ears, just pure electrical perception of the living world. Number 2. The immortal jellyfish. Superpower biological immortality. Every living thing on Earth ages and dies, except this one. The Turritopsis dohrnii, known as the immortal jellyfish, has discovered a biological trick that no other multicellular animal on Earth possesses. When it grows old, when it is injured, when it is sick or stressed, instead of dying, it reverts completely back to its earliest juvenile state and then begins its life cycle again from the beginning. It is the only known animal that is biologically immortal, capable of repeating its life cycle indefinitely, theoretically, forever. Scientists studying this jellyfish are working to understand the mechanism behind this reversal, because buried inside this tiny creature may be the key to understanding aging itself. the secret to immortality, floating silently in the ocean. And number 1. The animal with the most extraordinary superpower on this entire list. The lyrebird. Superpower perfect imitation of any sound ever heard. The lyrebird of Australia can reproduce any sound it has ever encountered with perfect accuracy. Not approximately, not close. Perfectly, it reproduces the calls of over 20 other bird species simultaneously. It reproduces the sound of a chainsaw cutting through wood, camera shutters, car alarms, human voices, construction equipment, crying babies. There are recordings of lyrebirds reproducing the sound of an entire construction site, drills, hammers, reversing trucks, all woven together into a single perfect sonic performance. It hears something once and owns it forever. If sound is power, the lyrebird is the most powerful creature on this list because it can become anything it has ever heard. And it never forgets a single sound. Not one. 10 animals, 10 superpowers that make the greatest science fiction look ordinary. The power to punch harder than a bullet, to regrow a lost limb, to survive outer space, to generate electricity, to shapeshift, to create the temperature of the sun, to outsmart humans, to sense electricity, to live forever, to perfectly reproduce any sound. These powers are real. These animals are real, and they share this planet with us right now, whether we notice them or not. If this video changed how you see the natural world, hit that like button. Subscribe to Wild Obsessions, where every single day we bring you the stories that make you look at this world differently. Because out there, nature is always more extraordinary than anything we could ever imagine.